If you don't know where Sardinia is, it is off the west coast of Italy, in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and Alghero sits at the top left-hand side, the northwestern side of the island. As you can see there's a on the Google Maps, there's a city. Here's the marina where Mr. Percival is. And what I did today was went for a bit of a drive, and I took the drone with me, and I wanted to share with you some of the countryside. This one is all of about 10 minutes out of the town of Alghero. In the background you can see those hills and Capocaccia at the very point there. But you get out of town into this countryside, and it's actually it's winter at the moment. Everything's nice and green. This dries out obviously in summer. It becomes very, very hot indeed and dry in summer. The terrain is very rugged. It's very rocky, very low shrubs, and you drive across the country and you find all sorts of old ruins like this one all of the time. Don't forget, this island was inhabited 4,000 years ago, and not much is known about the culture that came, where it came from. Did it come from the Italian side or the Spanish side? Here's one of the roads that goes up to this beautiful mountain where I was filming, and you get a bit of a sense of the actual the natural terrain and the natural foliage you find on the island here. And people farm sheep and goats into this country. There's a few cattle about, a lot of olive trees as you would expect, but stunning scenery. And quite often you can see there's a flock of sheep just there. Quite often with the sheep there are the beautiful white, I can't remember the name of the dog now, but it's a sheep guarding dog. Malamute, maybe? There's the sea, there's the Mediterranean Sea. This coastline, this west coast of Sardinia is pretty rugged. I was really fascinated by this road. It's a great switchback if you're on a push bike. Pretty easy ride for those of you that enjoy bike riding. Not me. And some of the houses are just beautiful. You can see some swimming pools here. And this is me really just practicing my drone skills. You can see this beautiful rock escarpment here. Seeing what I can achieve as a newbie drone pilot. Seeing what sort of shots I can capture. What I have discovered is going sideways really doesn't work. Going forwards is the best. And that's me right at the very top of the hill there. I found this spot along the coast, up in the hills actually, looking down on the coast. And I think it's a fire spotting hut. So I pulled in and set the drone off, and I mean, it's a really stunning view. This doesn't quite, I was just, when you get a little bit creative with your filming, this one didn't quite do it justice. The view from this tower was really quite dramatic, and I was trying to be a little bit too clever with my filming here. But as we pan out, you'll see Alghero on the right-hand side there. It's a beautiful bit of countryside. I don't know if you get a sense of it. It is rocky. This is solid rock here, and you can see where the trees have been able to take hold. But essentially, a lot of rock, very shallow topsoils, and you can see the hut just here. Great position for a fire spotting hut, and there's some solar panels just hidden away on this side here, and some radio equipment, which I think is part of the communications there. But Alghero in the background, you can see Capocaccia there. This is sort of how it appeared when I got to the place. You just sort of step up onto this little platform here, and the views are just stunning. I don't recommend riding a motorbike around this town. The roads really aren't great in Italy, and maybe elsewhere in Italy, but on this particular island, in the countryside, potholes galore. Even in the middle of town, in the middle of a town like Alghero, a town like Sassari, which is quite a big town, the potholes, it's just something they don't seem to care too much about. I'm not sure if they got the money or the finance, or maybe it's once it's been done once, that's it. You don't get a second crack at it. This is right down at close to the water's edge. And these cliffs are also quite stunning. Not quite as stunning as the Capocaccia ones, but beautiful, beautiful beach. It's quite challenging sailing down this coast. There's very few spots that you can take refuge, so you just got to be a little bit careful and picking your weather windows. Off to the northwest is the border, the Pyrenees Mountains between Spain and France, and this is where the Mistrals blow in from, and so you can get these really, really strong winds that blow in for days and days and days through here. And on this particular side of the island, it absolutely cops it. And maybe you get a little bit of a sense of that with the nature of the shrubbery just being very small, no big trees here. And beautifully, and I should have really stopped and filmed a bit along the way. And I'm always surprised when I'm traveling through Europe. You come across pockets of eucalypts, and I was going to film the eucalypts, but everyone's seen eucalypts. So, but it always surprises me. Like in the middle of all this countryside, you just get a valley full of eucalypts, or a handful of eucalypts. So it always, from the point of view of being an Australian travelling around, you kind of go, oh, there's our tree. And to give you a little bit of a sense of scale as I fly in here, you just see me standing in the car park in front of us now, but hopefully you get a sense of scale of just the size of these cliffs along here. I am facing away from the drone because I'm trying to get the the controller to be in the shade so I can see it properly. Now, throughout Italy, if you've done a little bit of travelling in Italy, you'll come across this running water. This is from springs, and they have these all over Italy. And you can go and fill up your water bottles from these things. And this is obviously just going to be draining back into the sea, but I don't say they're everywhere. You find them. And it's just beautiful, fresh spring water. So this little bit of coast is probably all of maybe 15 minutes out of town. You can see the town just around the corner here. All apartment buildings. It's quite a built-up town, and you can sort of see where the edge of the town finishes and where the countryside starts. But this gives you a good idea. This is a hotel just here, but this gives you an idea of the actual city itself. You can see a couple of cranes. There's always construction going on, and it spreads out. And Old Town is right in front of the marina there, and then right in front of us is this beautiful, beautiful hotel. Absolutely jam-packed in summer. There's loads of people through here. Unfortunately, these beaches get covered in this seagrass. The seaweed floats up and covers the beaches. Some of the beaches they manage to move. They shift the seaweed during summer. This is stunning to come around here on a. This is a beautiful hotel to come around here when the wind's not blowing and to go swimming in these waters. It is unreal. It's really nice, particularly in summer. This is all sort of private beaches, private jetties, part of this hotel. They come down these stairs and you have access to the water here. They've got their own swimming pool, which is empty at the moment, and sometimes, well, you can see probably on the right-hand side there's a patch of lawn, which is a helicopter landing pad as well. But a stunning, absolutely beautiful hotel. 5-star hotel if you want to stay here. It's around about €250 per night. There's Old Town, and that's it for the day. See ya.